Zero category post written by Rajiv Ahmed sir, post number 4. Why writing is so difficult? I love to write and I try to write a lot. In fact, I have written over 3,000 entries for my blogs. In the last 2 years. Thus, on an average, I have written nearly 5 entries every day. I know that there are many bloggers who write 10, 15 or 20 or even more entries each day, and some of them are really successful. Well, I feel that I should read a lot first, and thus I have been reading a lot for the last 2 years. I have been writing continuously since 1997, and it is almost 11 years now. I have written for newspaper, magazines, TV and radio, internet. I have also done a lot of ghost writing. Still, I feel that writing is not that easy. Of course, typing is very easy, but writing is difficult. One reason maybe that I mainly write in English language, second language. My mother tongue is Bangla, but my working language is English, and for the last 2 years I had hardly written anything in Bengali. This is perhaps a big tragedy for many years living in the third world countries. One of the problems that I often face while writing in English is that I find it extremely difficult to find a particular word or phrase at the right time. This struggle often takes away the energy and interest I have to try a lot to find my rhythm. Of course, if I do not care for quality, then it is not a big problem, but I try to maintain a minimum standard. At least, I like to believe that I do so. I recently attended a fair in my city. There I saw many companies showcasing their products. One thing I liked about the companies, and it was that they were focused with their work. I guess that writers often distracted in life. Of course, writing is different from other works. You want to write something, but you are not satisfied. You have thought a lot of and believe that you can write a masterpiece, but then when you sit to writing, then you lost your track. I guess that this matter happens to almost every writer. When I was younger, these things caused a lot of uneasy for me. Now I have learned to deal with this. For pursuing the career of writing, I had struggled a lot in my life. In my darkest period, I got a lot of inspiration for the writing of Alex Haley. I am quoting from him. Many a young person tells me he wants to be a writer. I always encourage such people, but I also explain that there is a big difference between being a writer and writing. In most cases, these individuals are dreaming of wealth and fame, not the long hours alone at the typewriter. You have got to want to writer, I say to them, not want to be a writer. The reality is that writing is a lonely, private and poor paying affair. For every writer kissed by fortune, there are dozens more whose longing is never requited. Even those who succeed often know long periods of neglect and poverty. I did. If you want to read the full essay, visit the link. Okay. Now the topic number is 5. The topic is the importance of translation of Bengali literature in English language. As I promised yesterday, I am going to write a series of entries about Bangla literature. Well, I am going to use the two words Bangla and Bengali indiscriminately because I believe that while writing in English, the name of the language should be Bengali instead of Bangla. Anyway, this is my opinion and you do not need to agree with me. I studied in English literature and English language teaching for my BA and MA respectively. I wanted to study Bangla literature or journalism, but in Bangladesh, studying English means that you are safe in your career because money revolves around this foreign language. I wish it was just only money, but there is some kind of status symbol associated with this colonial language. Anyway, whether I like it or not, English is the dominant international language, and Tagore got international recognition about his works were translated in English. After or before Tagore, this kind of international recognition did not come to any other poet or novelist in Bangla literature. Secondly, Bangla is now one of the top 5 or 6 most widely spoken languages in the world. It also has a rich literature. In 20th century, it surely had the best literature in South Asia with Tagore and Nazrul. Tagore is the national poet of India, while Nazrul is of Bangladesh. Still, in internet you cannot find the complete works of Tagore and Nazrul in English. Thus, it is a matter of regret that we have something really valuable but others don't know. I am reading another topic. The topic name is A Writer Should Work 8 Hours or Even More. When you want to take writing as a profession, you may think at first that has a lot of freedom. You get free from 9 to 5 job. Yes, it is true, but at the same time you have to work more. The only good part is that you can work anything you like. You don't need to go to office and work 9 to 5. On the other hand, you can work in your home. Sometimes you have to go library for research. Thanks God that internet has done this part much easier. In the past, to check something I had to go a library that has Encyclopedia Britannica other reference books, but now thanks to internet I can find any information anytime. Well, I have to say that internet has given us best opportunity. Anyway, coming back to the original point, just remember that you have to work at least 8 hours or even more. Sometimes I feel that I want to write, but it is difficult to sit so long time. However, then I have to find another field. Writing is a serious work. We should not neglect it at all.